This is an introduction to relations and functions. These will be the notes before we start the assignments to understanding what is a function, what is a relation, and how can you tell that. A relation is a set of paired data, values, or ordered pairs, an X or Y. A function is a relation. So it's a bunch of points in which there's only one output value, one Y number for each different X value or input value. In other words, each X value only has one Y value. Well, one of the easier ways that I put this for my students is I just tell them that when we have a set of ordered pairs, 1, 2, that the X numbers cannot repeat. Cannot repeat. There we go. See, like in what I have over here, normally what I do is I either underline or I highlight all my X's, because you know it always goes X then Y. So in these X's that I underline, do they repeat? Or is there more than one 1? Well, this is a negative 1, but that's not the same. Okay, so since they don't repeat, these ordered pairs are a function. So we're going to look through some of these and figure out if they're a function or not. So let's look at this first one. Well, the first thing I go through and do, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to highlight all my X's. Highlighting on this thing seems to make it easier for me. Okay, out of all those X numbers, because remember, like I said above, we have X, then Y. Out of all those X's, do any of the numbers repeat? Well, no, because I've got a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0, and a negative 1. If they don't repeat, that means it is a function. I guess over there when they say, are these functions, we would write yes. But I just want to make sure you understand, since they do not repeat, this is a function. This next one, again, I go through and I highlight all my X's. Highlight them. Now, do any of my X's repeat? Well, they sure do. There's a 4 and there's a 4. I mean, there is a 5 in both of them too, but it doesn't have to be two different ones, just if you find one number that repeats. So this is not a function. Or according to these instructions, we would have just put no, because it's not a function. Next down here. There we go. There's the next one. Look at these. Let's figure it out. Pause the video and come back and see how you did. On this one again, I'm going to highlight all my X's. Do any of these numbers repeat? No. Now the Y numbers do, but the Y's, I don't care about the Y's. I make jokes saying, oh, I don't care about my ex-boyfriends, but you know, that's just me making jokes. But the Y's don't mean anything. All that we worry about is the X's. The X's are all different, so that means it is a function. All right, we've got another kind down here. Well, it's the same type, but it's just written in a different format a little bit. Let's see here. See if I can move that up. Okay, this right here is called mapping, when you have them in these bubbles. What this is actually saying is, it's saying that this 2 goes with this 3. So a lot of times when I have the mappings, I come over here and I write them as ordered pairs. So I have 2, 3. Then next I have 5, and the arrow is going to 5. So I have 5, 5. Here, 8. Now look, it's going in two different directions. It goes 8, 4. And the other one is 8, 6. Well, let's think about our rules we just talked about. Again, I go through and I'm going to highlight all my X's. Do any of these X's repeat? Well, I know it's my crazy handwriting, but yes, both of these X's, these 8's repeat. If they repeat, it is not a function. That would be the easiest way to write this. Now, there's another thing called the vertical line test. Okay, so let me bring this up here. Basically, if we have some kind of graph out there, and you draw a vertical line and it touches it in more than one point anywhere on the graph, it's not a function. Well, let me show you what I mean. Here's one of the, let's see if I can pull this up. It might be easier to see it all together. Here's my graph right here. Okay, the line goes like this. I've got my vertical line right here, and I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to put it right here. Now, this vertical line, it touches in two spots. It touches here on my line, and it also touches down here. According to this definition up here, that means that it is not a function. Well, the reason why it's not a function, based on the rules that we just did a minute ago, look, this point right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and positive 4. Okay, well, what about this? If I go down the line, it hits down here again, which is 4 and negative 4. Now look, based on the rules that we just did a minute ago, if I highlight my x's, do my x's repeat? Yeah, they're both 4. So since it failed the vertical line test because of this, this is not a function. Now, if I go down here a little bit, let's go down here and look at this one. If I go, I guess I need to go get my vertical line. Where'd it go? Got to bring it down here. Oh, I'm just writing on it. Hold on. There we go. Bringing this down. If I take my vertical line and I put it on my graph, it touches my graph. This is one, it's a curve right here. It touches it in only one spot. Well, that's good. That means it is a function. Well, let's test it somewhere else. Whoop, see, I keep drawing if I don't press a certain button. Right there. Again, it touches in only one spot. Do it again. Bring it up over here. Look, it only touches in one spot. Since it only touches in one spot, it is a function. I know that it looks like it might eventually kind of go straight up and down, but it doesn't. See, this curve right here, it'll continue to go up and curve, 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 curve. It never really actually, nice drawing, huh? It never actually goes straight up and down. It just gets really, really close. Okay, well, this should help you. This is your introduction to functions, and it should help you trying to identify if something's a function on a graph or with ordered pairs.